Have you ever felt underestimated? Have you ever been feeling that, as much as you do, the people around you simply do not value your effort? Well, if there is someone who understands this like no one else, this one is LeBron James. The guy has won 4 NBA championships, has been elected MVP 4 times, and still became the highest scorer in league history. And yet, there are people who insist on saying that he doesn't deserve so much recognition. Unbelievable, right? But do you know what is most impressive? He doesn't let himself be shaken. He continues. He fights. He proves, play after game, that excellence is not a destination but a habit. It says a lot not only about sport, but about life. And that's exactly what you need to understand now. Being excellent doesn't mean everyone will recognize you, but it means you should never stop evolving. The Lakers' challenge and the role of Alex Len now, if you have a team that needs evolution right now, this team is Los Angeles Lakers. The attempt to reinforce the carboy with Alex Len, at least in the first game against Utah Jazz, did not come out as expected. Len had medium numbers: 4 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block in 22 minutes. It seems acceptable at first glance, but the truth is that much of it came when the game was practically resolved. The real problem? The carboy was a paradise for the opponents. Lauri Markkanen and John Collins did not miss a single throw when they faced Len in defense. This is worrying, very worrying, especially when an expert like Jovan Buha had warned that trusting him as a starter would be a great risk, especially if Jackson Hayes is out of combat. Now, for you who are reading this and wondering, but what does it have to do with me? I answer you, absolutely everything. Because, like Lakers, you must have already made decisions that looked good at first, but then proved a true patience test. And guess what? Like them, you need to find solutions, adapt, and keep seeking to improve. Opportunities always come up. Are you prepared? The truth is that Lakers don't have many options available on the market now. But does this mean everything is lost? Of course. The acquisition market can bring interesting names such as Larry Nance Jr., Kelly Olynyk, and Chris Boucher. Of these 3, Nance Jr. seems to be the best choice. He has played with LeBron on the Cavaliers and, in addition, has a defensive impact much higher than Alex Len's. What Lakers need now is not just someone to cover a hole, but a player who can really change the team's scenario. And this is exactly the reflection you need to do now. Are you just filling in spaces or really adding value where you are? How many times in life did you accept something medium because it seemed the only option? But the truth is that there are always new opportunities. There is always chances to reverse the game. The question is, are you ready to grasp them when they arise? LeBron James, the definition of persistence and overcoming. And speaking of reversing the game, let's go back to LeBron James. What makes it so special? Why, even after 22 seasons in the league, he remains one of the best? The answer is simple. He never settled. While many expected him to start slowing down, LeBron continued proving that age is not a limit, but an opportunity to be even smarter on the court. Today, he still has impressive averages: 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. He is the season's assistance leader, which only reinforces that, more than a scorer, he is a facilitator, a leader, a guy who raises the level of everyone around him. Now I ask you, how many times have you slowed down because you thought you've done enough? How many times could you have gone beyond, but have you content with what you have achieved? What differentiates the big ones from the common is just that, the mindset. While some say, I've done enough, the real winners say, you can still get better. The final lesson. Are you enjoying your own journey? Often the greatness goes unnoticed because people get used to it. The same is true of you. It may be that in your daily life, no one recognizes the effort you make. It may be that your talent is underestimated. But do you know what really matters? If you are valuing what you do yourself, LeBron James continues to play at the highest level, even though they know that many will try to decrease their greatness. Lakers continue to seek solutions, even when it seems that all viable options are gone. And you? Are you struggling to be your best version? Or are you expecting recognition before you act? The game of life is like this. Some wins will be recognized, some not. But all tell your story. At the end of the day, what really has difference is not what others say about you, but what you do with the talent you have. So stop a moment and reflect. What can you do today to be even better than it was yesterday? If there is something that differentiates the big ones from the medians, it is the ability to continue, even when no one is applauding. Many give up when they feel that their effort is not being valued. Others, like LeBron James, understand that the true reward is not in recognition, but in constant evolution. And this is the point I want you to understand now. Nothing that is really worth it comes easy. Lakers may be in a difficult time, may be facing limitations in the cast, may be dealing with difficulties in the carboy, but the game continues. They have two choices: complain and accept defeat, or work and find solutions. The same goes for you. Maybe things are not going the way you imagined it. Perhaps the opportunities you wanted haven't appeared yet. But so what? Will you cross your arms or keep working until you create your own opportunity? Resistance against criticism. LeBron's example. The greatness of a player like LeBron James is not just in the numbers he puts in the table, but in the fact that even after 22 years in the NBA, there are still people who doubt him. Look, you can be the best in what you do, you can break records, it can be the most dedicated, and yet there will be people criticizing you. This is inevitable. But LeBron never played to please critics. He plays because he loves basketball, because he has a commitment to excellence, and because he knows he can always evolve. And this is the mindset that you need to lead to your life. Don't expect everyone to recognize their effort. Do not expect approval. Do it for you. Evolve for you. If LeBron stopped every time someone questioned his importance to the NBA, he would have given up a long time ago. But he not only keeps playing, he keeps reinventing himself. And the result of that? He continues to make history, while critics continue just watching. Now think, how many times have you stopped doing something because you were afraid of what others would think? How many times have you slowed down because you didn't see anyone cheering you? Be honest with yourself. The truth is that the world belongs to those who persist even when no one is looking. The pressure of carrying a team and the pressure you face in life. LeBron James carries an absurd responsibility at Lakers. He's not just the team leader on the court. He's the guy everyone looks when things get difficult. When the team loses, the guilt often falls on it. When he has a below-average game, criticism comes as an avalanche. Now think about your life. Perhaps you are also carrying responsibilities that no one sees. Maybe the people around you don't even imagine the weight you carry on your shoulders. But do you know something? This cannot stop you. If you are facing difficulties now, if you are dealing with challenges that seem greater than you, remember, the higher the pressure, the greater the reward in the end. Are Lakers going through a difficult time? Yes. But does that mean they will surrender? Of course. They will adjust, find new strategies, come back stronger. And you? What are you going to do in the face of your challenges? The importance of reinventing yourself. Are you ready for the next step? If there's something that LeBron James does better than almost everyone in the NBA, it's reinventing yourself. The guy arrived in the league as a young explosive, dependent on the physical. Over time, he adjusted his game, improved the throw, evolved the court's view, and became one of the most complete players that basketball has ever seen. Now tell me, are you reinventing yourself or stopped in time? Lakers need to reinvent themselves to follow competitive. You need to reinvent yourself to continue growing in your life, whether in career, relationships, in your personal goals. The only way to continue evolving is to adapt, learn, and grow. And if you are not yet where you want to be, ask yourself this question now. What can you change today to be closer to your goals tomorrow? Lakers may be facing difficulties now, but that doesn't mean the season is over. Just like in life, the game ends only when the last second of the zero clock. LeBron James continues to show that no matter what people say, what really defines a winner is his ability to continue advancing. And you? Will you let the challenges stop you, or will do like the big ones and keep playing, regardless of the score? The decision is yours. But remember, the real champions are those who never give up. If there is something that basketball teaches us, it is that the game only ends when the clock clears. No matter how many challenges appear, no matter how many times you are underestimated, let alone how many criticisms try to knock you down, what really matters is your answer to all this. LeBron James continues to show that the greatness is not built with words, but with attitudes. He never stopped evolving, never accommodated, never accepted less than his best version. And now I ask you, what are you going to do from today to become your best version? Are Lakers facing difficulties? Yes. But the story of the NBA has already shown that difficult times are just the preparation for great twists. If there's something this team can do, it is fighting until the end. And you? Will you fight or will give up halfway? Life, like basketball, is made of ups and downs. But those who have persistence, who keep playing even when they are behind on the scoreboard, is the one who really writes the story. Then lift the head, adjust the posture, and follow firmly. The game is still going on, and you have a lot to conquer.